There everyone, it's Mrs. Harrison here again on Thursday. I have another picture book for you, and today I am reading The Happy Prince, which is a very famous story by Oscar Wilde, an incredibly famous writer, but this is an abridged children's version, so nowhere near as long. Lots of you might remember this from a long time ago when I first started as head teacher at Rackham. I shared this story with you in assembly because it is one of my favourite stories. Okay, The Happy Prince. In the middle of a city stood a statue of the Happy Prince. The statue was covered in pure gold, and his eyes were blue sapphires, and there was a red ruby in his sword. Everyone admired the prince. "We are so lucky to have this statue. What a beautiful prince! He looks like an angel," said the people in the town. One day a swallow came to the city. When night fell, it looked for shelter, and it saw the statue of the Happy Prince. "I will sleep here tonight," said the swallow. The swallow slept between the feet of the prince, but it was awakened by falling drops of water. The swallow looked up and saw that the Happy Prince was weeping. "Please tell me why you're weeping," said the swallow. And the prince said, "Everyone calls me the Happy Prince, but I see many sad things in this city." The prince went on. "In a narrow alley lives a poor woman. She is very tired, and her son is sick. He has a high fever, but she has no money to buy the medicines that would cure her son. Little swallow, will you do something for me? Take the ruby from my sword and give it to that poor woman." With the ruby held in his beak, the swallow flew to the woman's house and dropped the ruby on the table. The woman cried, "What a miracle! Who has bought this ruby? I can now buy some medicine for my son." The next day, the swallow said, "Happy Prince, I must leave you now. Winter is coming, and my friends have already left for warmer lands." "Little swallow, stay one more day," said the prince. "In an attic, a young man is writing a novel. He has no food. He's had no food for days, and he's nearly fainting from hunger. Please, swallow, take the sapphire from one of my eyes and give it to that young man." The swallow did not want to pluck out the sapphire eye, but it did as the prince asked and took the sapphire to the attic. The young man was so overjoyed that he wept with gratitude, which means he cried because he was so thankful and so happy. The next day the swallow said, "It's getting colder. I really must go now." "Swallow, my friend, stay just one more day," said the Happy Prince. "Please? The match girl in the city square has dropped her matches in the sewer. Her father will be very angry when she gets home. Will you take the sapphire from my other eye and give it to the little match girl?" "But you will not be able to see," cried the swallow. "That does not matter," said the Happy Prince. "I will be all right. Please do this for me, swallow." So the swallow took the other sapphire eye and dropped it into the hand of the little match girl, who cried, "Oh, what a pretty gem this is! It must be worth a lot of money." So she won't get told off by her dad when she gets home, who would have been very angry. Now you can see the Happy Prince doesn't have any eyes. The swallow flew back to the prince. "Now you can't see anything." "I will stay here and be your eyes," said the swallow. "No, little swallow," said the Happy Prince. "Go to the warm land before it's too late for you." But the little bird refused and again slept between the prince's feet. So he was going to go. He's been wanting to go to be with his friends in the warmer country for days and days. But now the prince hasn't got any eyes. The swallow has decided he wants to stay with him and be his eyes for him. The next day, the prince said to the swallow, "Fly around the city and tell me what you see." The swallow flew from street to street. When it came back, it told the prince about all the poor people that it had seen. The prince said, "My body is covered with sheets of pure gold. Take it. Give it to all these people who need help." Bit by bit, the swallow took the gold off the prince's body and gave it to the poor. So the swallow was picking away little bits of gold from the statue. In the real story, this took days and weeks. Winter came and snow started falling. Being cold and tired, the swallow could not fly anymore, and it kissed the feet of the prince. "Goodbye, my prince," it said, and then it died. It's very sad. The next day, the city's mayor said, "What has happened to our statue? The Happy Prince has changed to a beggar. Take that statue down and throw it away." Which is very sad. The swallow was thrown into a rubbish heap and the prince was dumped on a fire. But the fire could not melt his heart, and his heart was thrown on the rubbish heap beside the dead swallow. God asked one of his angels to find the two most precious things in the world. Now, I think you might be able to guess. What do you think that angel might have gone down to the world and picked up? The angel came back with the swallow and the heart of the Happy Prince. They were both reborn as angels and remained friends forever, which is a lovely ending to that story. And I think it's a really important message that we all need to be thinking about at this time. If you were fortunate enough to watch the assembly this morning with lots of children up and down the country, you will have noticed that Archbishop of Canterbury was telling a story there of hope, and he spoke about Nelson Mandela and all the things that he's seen in the world, people that have been suffering that he's given some hope to and tried to help. Very, very pertinent message at this time. So let's keep those rainbows in our windows and keep giving hope to the people in our community and the wider world. I'll speak to you all tomorrow. Thank you.